Ryan, we've got the end of 2024 coming and the beginning of 2025. Are you a goal setter?
Kind of.
Okay,
Like there's things I want to do in 2025 that I kind of look at it like things I want to experience that are unique.
nice.
Like try new things that
Okay,
have some novelty. Maybe a
okay.
new hike next summer, for example, a new 14er.
Go to someplace different.
Yeah, different hikes, for example. So I'll put that when I'm thinking about the new year in January. I kind of think, what do I want to do maybe differently and that's memorable in the upcoming year?
I like it. I
Yeah,
like it. Definitely a different goal than I'm going to lose 20 pounds and I'm going to uh, save millions of dollars. And
uh, I've tried the old. I'm going to lose 10 pounds in the next 3 months in January, and by February, I'm like more depressed than I've ever been. I'm like, I ain't doing that again.
this happens. This
No,
happens.
yeah, there are those goals too for sure.
Yeah.
Those are good goals.
And I think as we come into the new year here, I'm just throwing out some ideas, something to think about, something to kind of consider. Is start small. Let's say, for example, you wanted to save some money, right? Well, maybe instead of just saying, I need to save $10,000 by the end of the year, what if you just start saving $10?
I like it.
A little bit, just a
Yeah,
little bit.
little small wins at the beginning.
Small wins.
They'll build up.
Absolutely. There's a great story in the book, The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, where Darren encourages all of his employees to save 10% of their money. And one of his employees was like, Darren, I can't. I only make $3,300 a month. And as a teacher, I can relate.
Yeah,
And so he's like, okay, well, let's look at things, right? So he sat her down and he's like, what if you bring your lunch to work every day instead of going out every day? And so she was able to save $33 a month by just bringing her lunch.
yeah. That's a small win right there.
That's absolutely a small win. And I would say that's even bigger. As teachers,
Yeah,
we don't get much time.
true. You're not driving away, dealing with lines,
Yeah.
bringing back probably unhealthy food,
Cold.
cold.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So saving some time by bringing your lunch to work might be an easy win. As the story continues here in the book, Darren did this for a month. She's like, great, I've got $33, but that's not the
Yeah,
10%, right?
Yeah, that's not.
So he sat down with her again and he looked at her expenses and he's like, what if we cut some cable?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't watch too much TV anyway. And so the second month she's able to save double that. So now she's at $66 a
Wow.
month.
So she's at $100 based on those two things.
Pretty close, yeah.
Yeah, right around $100.
Yep.
Which I like to think yearly too. That's
Sure.
$1,200 in a year.
Yeah.
That's now we're starting to talk about a good chunk of money now.
Now
And
we're
that's
looking
just two
at it.
things.
That's just two things.
Huh.
Yeah. So we've got bring your lunch to work and cut some cable. And we live in such a subscription world that it's easy to have so many subscriptions that we kind of lose track.
Oh yeah, that's easy for a lot of people, I imagine.
Absolutely. Ryan, we've got two. Can you give me one more idea that you think we can do?
Yeah, if you're thinking intentionally, maybe this person's eating out to dinner twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they can say, I'm going to cut back and just do it once a week.
Okay.
And that could, let's just make this up, save her, and let's say she's married, $50 a month, or a week. Sorry, a week.
Yeah, so that's an
Right
extra.
$200 a month.
Yeah, you're not going out to lunch. Now you're not going out to dinners.
You're cutting it back.
Yep.
Because the small wins. So instead of just cutting it completely back, and they're only eating out once instead of twice a week.
Right.
So that's another $2,400 a year.
Yeah. Now I can relate to that one. My wife and I have such a sweet tooth. And my wife and I were like, okay, we can only have dessert on the weekends.
That's
right. So that saves my waistline.
Yeah.
And some extra money because we're not just having a whole bunch of sweets around the house. So that's a good one. I like that, kind of hits close to home.
No, I like that too. It's delayed gratification.
Yeah.
Those sweets taste even better on the weekends than if you're just doing it all the time. Yeah.
I'm excited for the weekends.
Yeah.
So
I can eat my cookies.
That's
or whatever you decide to eat. I like
it doesn't even matter. Just give me something sweet.
Exactly.
But I'm just throwing this out there. There's stuff to think about. Okay, maybe you can't save, instead of just jumping in to save 10 grand, maybe you start small. Okay,
Yeah.
what can I do? I'm going to bring my lunches. That's going to save me my lunch money. I'm going to cut something out. That's going to save me this. And as we go into the new year, think about things that maybe you can do.
I love it.
Yeah,
And I would say keep in mind the reason you're doing this too, the why behind this. So you don't
absolutely.
feel like, why am I doing this? I could be eating out twice a week still. That money that you're going to have later by investing 10% every month, let's
Yeah.
say, that can bring you a lot of happiness later,
Yep.
and it can lower stress now if you have stress because you're kind of living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
So it can do a lot more benefits than you might realize.
Right. So you're even creating a little bit of a system there.
Yeah,
So,
systems are
yep.
important.
Because investing with consistency, saving with consistency.
Yeah, I love it.
So, last little bit, put your comments down below if there's something that you do that helps you out, save a little extra money, or as we're coming into the new year, things that you want to try as well.
I love it.
Nice. And we'll catch you guys next time.
Cheers.